Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Steph. If you're new here, I make videos on bipolar disorder and how living with bipolar disorder has affected me personally. I also have some fun videos on my channel, so if you subscribe, know that, please. Today, I want to talk about making amends. People who have bipolar disorder are completely aware that they have hurt those around them, but not always. Not when we are so my diagnosis is bipolar disorder with psychotic features and mixed episodes. Most people with bipolar disorder type 1 experience some sort of psychosis. Mine is very severe. So I become delusional. I believe things that are not real. I think that the whole world is out to get me. People are trying to kill me. My parents aren't really married. They have secret marriages with other people, crazy stuff like that. So I have affected the people in my life deeply who care about me. And I've done my best to apologize and talk about it with them. But it's not something that people really want to talk about. It's not something that people understand. So sometimes, we can only get as far as, I'm sorry that I put you through that. I'm sorry that, but if the person you're apologizing to doesn't understand, it's okay. You've done your part. You've taken accountability for your actions. It's really important that we take accountability for our actions. It's really important that we recognize the other person's feelings, recognize how stressful it has been on our family. A lot of us lose friends. I want to tell you a story about me personally. I've lost a lot of friends because of my mental illness. They've just kind of fluttered away, or I have pushed people away. One of my friends in particular, and it took me a really long time to acknowledge this and accept it, because sometimes we are so stuck in our own pain, we can't see from the other person's side. It's very painful for us to be the sick one, to be the one with bipolar disorder, to be the one that is not only suffering but hurting everyone else around you. So I had a friend, I think I've talked about this in another video, and she really tried to help me. She had been there through 2 of my major episodes that I had. One when I was at 28, where I went into full-blown psychosis, and I was inviting homeless people into my house. I was not paying my bills. I stopped paying all my bills. I was not going to work. I ended up losing my job. But she was a really good friend. She tried to help me, and she tried to help me again when I had my next psychotic episode 7 years later. And she was like, it's hard to talk about. She was like family. And not like the way that she treated me. But after my, the episode that she helped me with, not the last one, but the one before that, she was getting married. And like I said, I think I talked about this before. And, so she kept saying that she had mailed me the wedding invitation, and I knew she didn't, and it was almost like she was holding it hostage. So she's like, I'll just give it to you in person. And I knew why she was doing that. She wanted to make sure that I was okay, and that it was okay to invite me to her wedding, and that I wouldn't do something crazy at her wedding. I was really angry about this for a really long time. And I had to get to a point where I accepted the fact that she had every right to do that. She had every right to feel that way. It was her wedding. She had every right to be concerned because I had said something to her husband when I was sick, she came and brought me groceries. I was in a psychotic episode. She brought me groceries, and her future husband was there, and I said something really nasty to him. And I didn't remember. My husband had to remind me. Apparently, I had told him that I told my friend that he didn't really want kids, and that was like a major thing in their relationship. So I had disconnected with her on social media the last time I saw her, and I was very depressed at the time, and I didn't need to do that at all. I could have just, what had happened was I'd gone to see her. Her husband disappeared immediately as soon as I got there with their son, and I took it very personally when it wasn't necessarily even about me. But when you're so depressed, because this was following the psychotic episode, a lot of people don't realize that when you have a psychotic episode, when you come out of it, you're extremely depressed and you feel very insecure. You have ruminating thoughts, like I talked about in the last video I did. You have all this negative self-talk, and it takes a long time to get over. And so it was really hard for me to accept that, that she had every right to feel that way. I was so stuck in feeling sorry for myself and so mad that, my friend of all these years had to like check and make sure I was okay before she invited me to her wedding. But like I said, she had every right to feel that way. So finally, finally last week I wrote her a letter and mailed it to her. I don't know if she's even going to get it. Her husband might not want her to get it. Who knows, and he might be trying to protect her. You know what I mean? Like, she had been dealing with my psychoticness for a long time. So I wrote her a letter apologizing, and, I gave her my number because I have a different number. I don't know if I'll ever hear from her again. And either way, I probably won't, but it doesn't matter. I did my part. I recognized, I've been growing a lot as a person, and I keep trying to be better every day, like recognize look at the things that people have said about me, or the way that people have treated me, and learn how to grow from that and be better and prove them wrong, that I'm not what they said about me, that I'm not the person they think I am. So making amends is really, really important. It's something we all have to do. But for those of you that don't have bipolar disorder, those of us who do, we live with an immense amount of guilt and shame and embarrassment over these things that we had done in the past. So because we're so wrapped up in that pain and that embarrassment, sometimes it's hard to see it from the other person's point of view, and I always thought I was, because I'm like, I know how much pain I've caused these people. But on the same page, like when I wrote that letter to my friend, like, I tried to lay it all out. Like, I understand, like, God, you guys, I'm so sorry. I understand or I can imagine how painful it must have been for you to see me like that, or have me talk to you that way, like, get down to like specifics. But on that same page, we also don't remember a massive amount of the things that happen to us, or the things that we do, because we have blackouts. The memory's not there. It doesn't get created. And what my psychiatrist has told me is that your brain is moving so fast that it doesn't have enough time to file the memory. So it never gets created. So yeah, I mean, for other people with bipolar disorder, I would suggest, like when I can handle it, I ask my husband, like, well, how did you feel during this? What was it like? How many times? Like, I just found out the other day that when I got arrested in my last episode, he came to the jail 4 different times where I refused to see him. So it wasn't until the 5th time that I agreed to see him. So yeah, it's really hard to hear stuff like that and deal with stuff like that. But yeah, I guess, just what I do is I just try to take care of myself and make sure that I'm eating and sleeping and, doing something in my life that keeps my mind and my mood stable. And I keep a positive support system. If there is a big force of negativity in my life, I can't have it there. I just can't. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah, I hope this helps. I hope it's provided some clarity. If you guys have any questions, please put them below. One last thing, if you're still here, I want to do an interview with my husband at some point and ask him some questions and make a vlog of it. So I'm debating on doing that live or just filming it live. I won't edit it either way. But if you guys want me to do a live, please let me know. Because I've been thinking about doing lives for a while, but yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.